Have you ever felt that pit in your stomach when she takes forever to reply to a message? That strange feeling when she quickly puts her phone away when you get close? Pay attention, because what I'm about to reveal to you about female infidelity is like military sonar detecting an invisible iceberg. What you see on the surface is only 5% of what's really happening in the depths. Most men live navigating blindly, without radar, without a map, without protection. Do you think you know your partner? That you know when something is wrong? Let me tell you an uncomfortable truth. Studies show that men detect only 30% of the real signs of female betrayal. That's right, 70% goes right past you, and you don't even notice. Do you know why? Because you've been programmed to ignore these patterns. Society taught you that to be suspicious is to be insecure, that to question is to be controlling, that to observe behavior is paranoia. A lie. That's emotional intelligence. That's protection. That's relational survival. Now answer me. How many times have you felt that something was wrong but ignored it? How many times did that inner voice warn you, but you preferred to believe it was all in your head? That's right. You're not crazy. Your instinct was right. After 8 years diving into relational psychology, analyzing thousands of real cases, I discovered something almost no one notices. Female infidelity follows patterns as predictable as the phases of the moon. You just need to know where to look. And no, I'm not here to demonize women. I'm here to empower you. Knowledge is power. Truth is power. Protection is power. Do you want to remain vulnerable, or do you want to learn to decipher the code? So let's get straight to the point. I'm going to show you the 5 ultra-rare signs that precede all female infidelity. Signs that 95% of men completely ignore. Pay attention, because every detail can save your relationship, or at least your sanity. First sign, the sudden change in beauty routine. She starts getting dressed up more, buys new lingerie you never see, wears perfume to go to the grocery store, changes her haircut without consulting you. Seems silly, right? It's not. When a woman drastically changes her appearance for no apparent reason, her internal radar has already picked up a new target. It's biological. The female brain releases extra dopamine when there's attraction to someone new. This dopamine transforms into energy. Energy to take care of herself. Energy to impress. Energy to conquer. Remember that time at the beginning of your relationship when she took 2 hours to get ready. That's exactly what's coming back, except it's not for you. Can you feel the difference? Second sign. The phone turns into Fort Knox. Suddenly, a password appears where there wasn't one. The screen is always face down. She takes her phone even to the bathroom. Messages arrive, and she doesn't open them in front of you. She smiles at her phone, but when you ask what it is, the answer is always vague. Work stuff. A silly friend thing. A lame meme. Do you know what's happening? The dance of secrets has begun. Every notification is a micro-dose of adrenaline. Every hidden message is a brick in the wall she's building between you. And you're there thinking it's just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. It's a strategy. Does that make sense to you? Third sign. Intimacy becomes an obligation. Sex decreases. Kisses become mechanical. The hug loses its warmth. She lies with her back to you. Invents headaches, tiredness, work stress, PMS that lasts all month. But it's not just about sex, it's about connection. When a woman disconnects emotionally, her body automatically closes off. It's impossible to fake genuine desire. The body doesn't lie, her sexual energy is being directed elsewhere. To another person, to another fantasy. You become the husband, the commitment, the obligation. The other person becomes the adventure. The passion, the novelty. Are you starting to see the pattern? Fourth sign. Fights increase for ridiculous reasons. Everything becomes a problem. You breathe wrong, chew too loudly, left the towel in the wrong place, forgot to buy milk. Anything turns into a world war. Do you know why this happens? Guilt. Her mind needs to justify the betrayal, needs to turn you into the villain of the story. Every fight is an excuse. Every argument is a moral alibi. If you're bad, she has the right to seek happiness elsewhere. It's the rationalization process in action. The triad of disconnection that I'll explain to you shortly. Do you see how everything connects? Fifth sign. Excessive detail in stories. When she tells you where she went, the story has a beginning, middle, end, secondary characters, complete dialogues. It sounds like a soap opera script. Do you know why? Because it's rehearsed. An overly elaborate lie is always suspicious. Truth is simple. I went to the grocery store. Period. I had lunch with Marina. Period. But when there's infidelity, it turns into, I went to the grocery store. I ran into the neighbor from the third floor. She told me her son got into college. Then the register was broken. I had to wait 20 minutes. I bought this, that. The price was like this. Too much information is a smokescreen. Can you see the difference now? Now pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. There's a framework I call the NOR triad. It's the secret formula of all female infidelity. N for need. Every betrayal begins with an unfilled gap. It can be emotional. She needs to feel desired, and you stopped complimenting her. It can be intellectual. She wants deep conversations, and you only talk about sports. It can be physical. She wants adventure, and you've become routine. O for opportunity. Someone appears who fills exactly that gap. The coworker who listens. The gym trainer who compliments. The ex who started texting again. Opportunity always arises when the need exists. R for rationalization. Here lies the danger. The female mind is a master at justifying. It's not cheating, it's just talking. It's not wrong, you were already distant anyway. It doesn't mean anything, it was just a kiss. Do you understand the triad? Need plus opportunity plus rationalization equals infidelity. It's pure relational math. But calm down. I'm not saying every woman will cheat. I'm saying that every human being with unmet needs, plus tempting opportunity, plus the ability to rationalize is in a risk zone. You too. Me too. All of us. The difference is that women are more subtle, more strategic, more careful. When a man cheats, it's usually impulse. When a woman cheats, it's a decision, a process, a gradual construction. That's why the signs are so important. They appear months before the act itself. Now you must be thinking, okay, but that's paranoia. Not every change in behavior means infidelity. I completely agree. Not every one. But when you see 3, 4, 5 signs happening simultaneously, then it's not paranoia. It's a pattern. Let me tell you a real story. Fictional name. True case. Carlos noticed Marina was different. More beautiful, more distant, more irritable. Her phone became a state secret. Sex disappeared. Fights exploded. But Carlos thought it was a phase. Stress from her new job. Extended PMS. Who knows? 6 months later, he found out. Marina had been having an affair with her boss for 4 months. All the signs were there. Screaming, begging to be noticed. Carlos simply chose not to see. Don't be a Carlos. But also, don't be the paranoid person who sees infidelity everywhere. Balance is everything. Observation without obsession, attention without paranoia, protection without imprisonment. Are you following me? Now comes the part that few apply. How to shield your relationship against infidelity. First, keep her needs met. I'm not just talking about sex. I'm talking about attention, genuine compliments, small surprises, deep conversations, adventures together, mutual growth. A woman who feels seen, valued, desired, and challenged doesn't look for it elsewhere. Second, eliminate dangerous opportunities. It's not about controlling, it's about healthy boundaries. Ex who texts, blocked. Friend who flirts, cut off. Environment that facilitates infidelity, avoided. Smart couples protect their relationship, not out of insecurity, out of wisdom. Third, cut rationalization off at the root. Clear communication kills justification. Problem arose? Solve it immediately. Dissatisfaction emerged? Talk about it right away. Desire decreased? Seek a solution together. When a couple faces everything head-on, there's no room left for rationalization. It's that simple. But Jorge, what if I already suspect something is happening? Direct confrontation rarely works. A woman confronted without concrete proof denies, erases tracks, becomes more careful. You lose the chance to discover the truth. The path is strategic observation. Document changes. Note patterns. Collect evidence. It's not to be a detective, it's to have clarity. When you have enough certainty, then confront. Calmly, with facts. without emotional outburst. Remember, you want the truth, not a fight. And if infidelity is confirmed, then it's your choice. Forgiving is possible, but rebuilding trust takes years. Ending it is valid, but process the pain before moving on. Each case is unique. Just don't accept crumbs. Don't accept disrespect. Don't accept being anyone's plan B. You're worth more than that. Now, a truth almost no one talks about. Men also have intuition. That strange feeling in your stomach. That unexplained discomfort. That certainty without evidence. It's your subconscious processing microsignals, millisecond facial expressions, subtle changes in tone of voice, minimal behavioral alterations. Your brain perceives everything. You were just taught to ignore it. Stop ignoring. Start trusting your instinct. I'm not telling you to become paranoid. I'm telling you to become aware. There's a huge difference between the two. Do you know the biggest mistake men make? Thinking love is enough. That if she loves you, she'll never cheat. A lie. Love without attention turns into habit. Habit without renewal turns into boredom. Boredom without a solution turns into vulnerability. A relationship is like a garden. It needs daily watering, regular pruning, frequent fertilizing, protection from pests. Abandon the garden, weeds take over. Does that make sense to you? Look, I know this subject is heavy. No one wants to think about infidelity. Everyone prefers to believe that with us it's different, that our love is special, that our partner is unique. It might even be, I hope it is, but knowledge doesn't hurt. Ignorance does. Knowing the signs doesn't make you suspicious. It makes you prepared. Understanding the patterns doesn't make you paranoid. It makes you intelligent. It's like having car insurance. You don't want to crash, but if you do, you're protected. Can you see the logic? The truth about female infidelity that no one tells you is this. It doesn't happen out of nowhere. It's not a momentary impulse. It's not a character flaw. It's a process. Gradual, observable, avoidable, but only if you know where to look. Only if you understand the patterns. Only if you act before it's too late. And this ultra-rare knowledge I just shared, less than 5% of men have access to it. You are now part of this select group. Use it wisely, not to control, to protect, not to imprison, to strengthen, not to distrust everything, to trust intelligently. Remember the iceberg I mentioned at the beginning? Now you have the sonar. You see the depths. You understand what's beneath the surface. The question is, what will you do with this power? Will you continue navigating blindly, or will you use this internal radar to build stronger, truer, and storm-proof relationships? The choice is yours. Always has been. Always will be. But now you have the tools. Now you have the knowledge. Now you have the power to protect your heart while building deep and authentic connections. Because in the end, it's not about avoiding pain. It's about choosing intelligent risks, loving with wisdom, trusting with awareness. And if this knowledge made a difference for you, if it opened your eyes to truths you needed to hear, do this. Like this video now. Before you forget, subscribe to the channel for more transformative content. Share it with that friend who needs to hear this, because knowledge kept to yourself is useless. Shared knowledge saves relationships. And remember, you're no longer navigating without sonar. You now see the full iceberg. Use this power responsibly. Truth has always been your best protection.